Guys, it's me, it's Kianne. I'm back again. Oh, and I've managed to get myself, sup nerd, hello dear, managed to get myself my bigger table out today, so I'm a little bit higher up and I can sit back, put my feet up, and relax as I do this. And I don't have the standing tripod no more. I've managed to get my arm attached, the camera attached above here, so it's literally there, and you can't see my legs. Oh my god, that's so cool. And you should be able to see what I'm doing as well, hopefully. All I need to do now is, and I don't need to move, but don't tell Rob because he's so excited about building me that desk over there. But I don't want it. But he's only doing it so I get more light, and I'm not really that worried if you can't see me mug, so I'm not, whatever. It's just me. Anyway, I thought yesterday I was a little bit in the dumps. I've been a bit down in the dumps today, but I thought, well, rather than do another crochet video, which is, I don't know if you can hear me, so, whatever, because I can't hear anything. I've got it turned on, haven't I? Yeah, I have. So I thought I'd do another cross stitch one with me birdie. So yeah, so what I want to do is finish off this bit here, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. And I want to finish colouring this bit here and then take it from there. I'm trying to keep to the same kind of colours because I don't have anything to mark my pattern with, which is this pattern here. Gets it done. Well, I don't have anything to mark this. Normally I would mark it, but I haven't got out to mark it with, so I'm literally having to do the colours so I can go around in whatever. Anyway, so I am going to definitely need to get a better lighting at some point because this is quite bright and shiny, I think, but not bright and shiny at the same time. A bit overpoweringly bright and shiny. So I'm just going to crack on with this, and I'm going to put some oh crikey, here we go again. I don't know. Oh. I always get muddled up. I will put some music on, so you've got some music to listen to other than me breathing heavily, like this. So yeah, we're going to do that. So what you been up to today, Mrs. Woman? Anything good? Right, just give me a second and I will put some... What was we listening to yesterday? Was we listening to dance? Or was it electronica? I have no idea. Something that have a bit of beat, I just need a drink. Went to work, came home. I think the light on this project is good. It's bright, but you can see good. But you can see. Oh, that's alright then. Right, I'm going to look like a complete and utter idiot now. Where's my glass? Over there. I have to wear 2 pairs of glasses. I've got to wear my reading glasses as well as my these glasses, because otherwise I won't be able to see what you're writing. And I won't be able to see what's close up to me. So today is my little sissy's birthday. Happy birthday, little sissy! Hope you have a great day. Don't eat too much cake. It makes us sick. Right. So yeah. So if I look silly, sorry about this, because I can't, otherwise I can't see what I'm doing, and then I won't be able to see what you're doing. No, it's two thingies, isn't it? So, hang on, I just gotta make sure you can all see it, as well as me see it. Myself. Right, now, I'll swap the glasses over. That's it. Now I can sort of see. Maybe I can't. Oh, for God's sake. Aha! That's it. Okay, so... So, hang on, where's it gone? There it is. So we're gonna go... I'm just going back over... Oh, I can't see what you're saying now because I've got the wrong... What the hell? I need the glasses the other way around. Ah, that's better. Now I can see what I'm doing. Right, okay, I can see what you're doing, I can see what I'm doing. Now that's cool. Yeah, I know I probably should need to get some varifocals, but they don't do varifocals how I want them. And last time I tried to have a pair of glasses that were varifocals, and Ian had a temper tantrum in the shop because I couldn't see. Which isn't very good for a 50-year-old having a temper tantrum in the middle of a glasses shop. You know, full stomping. I look like a cool bug. Oh, cheers. Yeah, no, varifocals, last time I got some glasses, oh my god, that must have been about 5 years ago. What was it? I got these glasses and I thought, yeah, brilliant. I also got some, what do you call them? Ones that are glasses, but you don't put them on your face, you put them in your eyeballs. Lens things, come on. Lens things, you know, those little, I couldn't get the bloody things in my eyes. That took me ages, and then I couldn't, but it was pretty good because I could actually see with a hand in front of my face. But then most other things were a bit blurry, and I couldn't, it was difficult. I wasn't used to them, I never had those sort of things. Contact lenses, that's it. Hang on, where are we? Come on, there we go. Anyway, yeah, so I took these varifocals home because they said I needed to have obviously the long distance and the reading. But the most important bit for me wasn't just the reading, you know. I mean, because this is still a little bit blurry. If I get up to there, I can see the stitches perfectly. I know it's only a fraction, but it's still a little bit blurry, especially with these glasses and glasses, if you see what I mean. So I can see what I'm doing, but it's not as clear as if I could just move it a couple of inches closer. Anyway, I got home, I tried these glasses, and every time I looked to the left or the right, with my eyes, I couldn't see anything. It was all blurry, and I was panicking, and I was getting angry. I could see straight ahead, I could see reading down, look like, you know, obviously looking down like that, but I couldn't see where it was most important for me, which is straight ahead, you know, looking at a computer screen, looking at something that's arm's length away. And what they did was they literally only gave me a tiny dot right in the middle of my glasses. So everything else around the edges of it was all nothing there. And I was like, I went back and I told them they don't work. I wasn't happy with them. And I explained to them what I needed, and they said, that's what I got. I said, no, it's not what I got. I got full view at the top. So if you imagine this is my glasses, I got all this view here, I got this little bit of view there, and I got a little bit of view there. couldn't see anything in this area. And this is where I've got to turn my head. I said, how many times do you turn your fucking head when you're looking from the side? I said, if I'm trying to check my car mirrors, I don't just turn my head all the time. I just check my eyeballs to the left or the right. Or if I'm trying to look at my speedo on my car, so I can't see it. And I went really at the wall at this woman because she just wasn't thinking it. She said, oh, well, you have to pay like £200 for a pair of glasses like that. I said, you're having a fucking laugh. I paid enough for that. I said, you can't charge more for that, what you need. I said, and I specifically said I don't need long distance because I can see perfectly clear long distance. The further away something is, the clearer it is. But obviously I can't read writing. I can't see little writing long distance. But I can still read long distance. I can see branches in trees, I can see leaves on trees, things like that. I can't see the hand in front of my face, and I can't see my computer screen. I said, I can't even read. Hang on. I said, I can't even read something in the bloody shop. I have to get somebody else to read it for me if there's somebody stood there. Well, this was before, the beer bug. No, you can't get anybody that can fucking hear you. So, whatever. Anyway, that's a different story, and one I'm not prepared to, because that makes me irate as well. Anyway, the woman, she just, I honestly, I was, at that point, I was so frustrated and so cross that I nearly stomped my feet. That's how cross I was. That's really how cross I was. And it was only out of frustration. I've only ever stomped my feet like that once in 40 odd years since I was a child. And that would have been about, 10 years ago, I think. It was quite funny after I'd done it. I didn't mean to do it. It was just a natural reaction. Oh dear. It was funny as hell. But I thought, no, don't embarrass yourself in the shop and have a stomping fit, because that would look really, really, really ridiculous. So I just had to be very careful. And I refused to go back to the opticians. And I looked on the internet and everything for somewhere to do me glasses that I need. And there was one place, but they didn't tell me how much the bloody things were. So I phoned up to ask them, I explained about the situation and everything like that. And they were like, oh yeah, we can definitely do that, blah, blah, blah. That would have cost me £1,000 to have a pair of glasses like that. I was like, you having a fucking laugh? I can't afford £1,000 for a pair of glasses. And then my sister-in-law, she said to me about going to Asda's, apparently Asda's. So I phoned Asda's up, which I think would be like a offset of your Walmart or something. I don't know. I'm not all at versed with that sort of thing. And they said, yeah, for £80 I can get 2 pairs exactly as I want them. Yeah, it's not funny. It's not funny. Oh, hang on, my nose is running. Yeah, seriously, no, yeah, I was mortified with myself to even think that I could possibly even do that, and I really had to stop myself from having this temper tantrum. So yeah, rather embarrassing, really. Hang on, I can't see anything because I've got 2 pairs of glasses on. There you go. Yeah. It's stomping my feet. Yes. Well, right, okay, so now I still got to do this bit here. So that is the colour. Are we doing colour 0? Yeah, we're doing the colour 0, which is This one. Which is this one here. Hang on. Trying to get me. Yeah, so us oldies sometimes can, you know, have these feelings of frustration so bad that we can stomp our feet too. And it takes a lot of courage not to do it. Well, it was either that or I slapped the woman across the face for being so thick. She was an optician. She should know what I needed. She should know what I was talking about. And she shouldn't have been so rude. You know, it was just disrespectful the way she was talking to me, which was making me feel even worse because I felt bad enough as it was because I couldn't see. And if you can't see, there's nothing worse than not being able to see. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't mind if I couldn't see long distances. If I could see up close distances, I wouldn't mind because then you only need one pair of glasses, don't you? And then because I don't look long distance all the time, I'm only looking from the hand, you know, from hand. I'm only looking. I don't always look that way, but I'm always looking this way. So I need glasses like that. So I said to them, right, look, I can't be doing with varifocals. I just can't be doing with varifocals. I need bifocals. Okay, yeah, we can give you bifocals, but all they come as is long distance and reading. I said, well, it's not the fucking long distance I need. I can see perfectly clear long distance. I need reading and arm's distance, screen distance. Otherwise, I've got to sit literally right up onto my computer with my... I have to sit like this on a computer with my reading glasses. And that's not good for your eyes, is it? Sitting that close? Less than what? Well, from your hand to your elbow. That's how far my monitor has to be for me to be able to read it. If I have to just use reading glasses. Stupid. The youth of today. Seriously. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's the reason why I wear 2 pairs of glasses like this. I have been known to wear 3 pairs of glasses. But, yeah, no, I can't do that. Oh, for goodness sake. But, yeah. So that's my bit of a funny thing today. I made a loaf of bread yesterday. What else did I do? Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh yeah, I told you that I went shopping yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Must have done. Right, come on. Hang on, I'm trying to focus. Yay, I done it. Right, okay. So, I don't know. Is the music too loud? It doesn't sound very head banging, does it? Boppy. I'll give it a go and then move it along the bus in a minute. Rob goes to me earlier on, are you going to stream today? I was like, nah. And then he came downstairs and he goes, right, I'm off to bed. I went, alright then. I think I get to see him for about 5 minutes in a day. That's pissed me off. But then it'd piss me off if he was here with me longer, so... Right, let's get back onto this. Can't win at the moment. I'm at one of those moments where I don't know what's going on with me at the minute. No weird dreams, luckily enough, last night, I don't think. If there was, I can't remember them. Oh no, I did have a weird dream, but it was really weird. It was even more bizarre than I would normally have. I just remembered some of it. I think I've got sauce on the brains, let's put it that way. Yeah, I think I've got a bit of sauce on the brains. I just need to find someone that can give me a good sorting out. Yeah. Alright, okay. We're going to finish doing this little bit. I think I'll leave the white. I think if I ever do another one of these ones, I might see if I can get hold of some black iada. Or whatever the hell it's called. I'm sure it's called 14 count or something. I think this would stand out more if I could see what I was doing. Not that I can't see what I'm doing, but there's a lot of white involved as well. The eyeball and what have you. I was thinking about maybe doing it again on black colour background. Oh, and guess what? I've designed my own tartan. I'm going to, when I can finally get, come on. When I can finally get my rigid heddle loom, I'm going to make my own tartan scarf. And I can also register it. See how much that costs to register. And I will call it the Kianne of Joy Tartan. Ow. Just prick my finger. Come on, I can do this. It's going to look so cool. And I've searched online to see if anybody's got anything like it. Nope. So it will be in an original that I've seen. It's not complicated. It's not like got like 7 or 8 different colours. It's only got 1, 2. It's got 5 colours, I think. Not 7. Oh, come on. Seriously? There it is. Yeah, so that's my excitement. I haven't watched any programs. Oh, I've been watching the sea shanties on. I really get into those. Rob came downstairs. He says, "Are you having a party?" I went, "No way," because I've been playing sea shanties most of the time I've been awake. It's really cool. Make sure you get that in the right hole. That's what she said. Oh dear. Yeah, I definitely got to get it in the right hole. Oh. Okay. So you've been to work. So you've been to work today, yeah? All the little ones alright? I don't think I like this music. What do you think? It's not very good, is it? It's a bit of noise. Oh, let's try this one instead. That's got a bit more better beat to it, I think. Right, okay, so have I done all of that? Let's have a look. So that goes all the way down there, that goes there. I've got those 3. I've got that bit there, that bit there, that bit there, that bit there. Let's see if I've got any more on that side. Done that bit, done that bit, done that bit, done that bit. Alright, I've got to start on the other side now, so the littlies are doing as well as they can. Oh, bless them. What about these new pets of Jaden's? Oh my god. can't believe you got scorpions. You're weird. You'd have loved my mum. She loves snakes and lizards. Ugh. She always had to put cover over the snakes when we come round. Some bloody horrible things. We used to have rats, white rats, when we was little, and they used to sit on my mum's glasses until they got too big to sit on my mum's glasses. They used to sit either side of her glasses here. These two little rats, Leo and Caesar and Cleo. Caesar and Leo. No, Cleo. They were my brothers. Right. Now here we go again. Fancy rats now, did you? I don't know, didn't know you could get fancy rats. We had 2 white rats. They were my brothers, but I'm not keen on rodents, to be honest with you. I do like the looks of them and they look cute. I had pet mice when I was little. I did have a couple of pet mice and they were really nice. And we were always told you have to keep the males away from the females when they've had pups. But our male mouse, he loved his babies, and not to like eat them or anything. He used to babysit them. Well, obviously they were called Tom and Jerry. I was very sort of like, whatever, imaginative with the names. But right, hang on a minute. Hang on, I can't see. That's those 2. 1. One across, 1 up. 1 across, 1 up. 2 up, 4 up. Right, that one's there. So that one. That one. That one. Right, so that one. 1 across. What? That's 1 up. I think it's that one. Bear with me a second. I'll make sure. So that one and that one. That one and that one. Then that one and that one. That one and that one. No, that one. There. I think that's the right one. Let me look. I even had a hairless rat. He was adorable. No. I had Tom and Jerry, and when we lived in Colchester in the army, and when we come to have to move, or where was it, in York? I think it was Colchester. I'm thinking, hang on. And they had this little cage. It was only, where are we? It was only about yay big in width, and it was about the same sort of, it was a square box, and it was about 6 inches deep, but it had perspex front, but it was wooden. And well, that's what we had them in when I was little. And they had mice, babies. And 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 3 across, 4 up, 3 across, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Yep, there you go. And anyway, Tom, Jesus Christ, I can't count. Right, that's that one and that one. Look, I'm sorry if I'm out of focus a minute, because I've got to make sure I get it in the right place, otherwise I screw up. Right, 1, 2 across, 1, 2 across, 2 across and 2 extra up. 2. 1, 2. Yep, I'm in the right place. Oh, I think I found it. Eureka! Yep, there we go. That should be the one. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he looks after the babies anyway. When it came time for us to move, we couldn't find him. Couldn't find him at all. And there was a hole in the wall. So to this day, I do believe he's still in the hole in the wall in the house. And that was in 1979, I think. He'll be dead by now, obviously, but yeah, we couldn't find him anywhere. Find him at all. But I like hamsters and stuff like that, but I can't pick them up. Because I got bit by one once, and it put me off. And every time now I pick one up, it's like Alsatian dogs. I don't like Alsatian dogs. I would never hurt a dog, don't get me wrong. But I was bit in the face by one when I was 4, and even now I'm 50, and I'm terrified of Alsatian dogs. Absolutely terrified of them. I'd rather cross the road than go near one. And even I've had when my mum used to work for the taxi company, and the lady that owned the taxi company, she used to bring her dog in, and I was a telephonist. I was terrified, absolutely terrified, because I used to go and work with my mum sometimes. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's down 1, across 3. But I did get used to it, but I still was scared of it. And the dog I was never left alone in the room with the dog on my own, because I'd have like panic attacks. So I'm surprised I've got Jax, but Jax is cross Alsatian, cross Rottweiler. And funnily enough, I like Rottweilers and I like Dobermans. But again, it all depends. It wasn't the dog's fault that she bit my face. It was my fault, but I was 4 years old. German Shepherd, Alsatian they're called, German Shepherds. They're mainly used for police work or security officer work. We call them German Shepherds. Or Alsatians, or that's what they're called. But she'd just given birth to pups, and I was 4, and I went over, and at 4 years old, you see something cute, you want to pick it up, and my dad said to me, "Don't touch the puppies. Okay, don't touch the dogs." At that point, I wasn't afraid of them. I wasn't afraid of dogs. And my dad said, "Don't pick it up. Don't touch them." Because the man said, the owner, his friend said, "Whatever you do, don't touch the puppies," obviously. And I was 4 years old. I mean, come on, hello. Hang on. I've done that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Anyway, I picked up this puppy and the dog went for me. Unfortunately, it was my fault. I should have done as I was told, but I didn't. Not because I was being disobedient as such, but I was 4. And that was, I got a little scar on the top of my lip there, tiny little scar. You can't see it now. And I got one under my chin, because obviously it went for my face. I was extremely lucky. I've always been afraid of Alsatians, German Shepherds, whatever you want to call them. And because I was bit by a hamster, I associate hamsters with very long teeth, very sharp teeth, and they hurt, so I can't even pick up a hamster. And when we got one for my daughter, I had to clean the blasted thing out. It was my job to clean it out, so I had to make sure it was in its... I had to scoop it up in the ball, put the ball together and let it run around the house while I cleaned it out. But I couldn't show fear in front of my daughter. No, I didn't get into trouble. I didn't get into trouble at all. The poor dog was put down though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The dog was put down, but I mean, look, I'm going back 1974. Because if the dog bites, I don't know if it had already bitten someone or what have you. I don't know, but I didn't get into trouble. Not that I recall anyway. All I can remember about that day, and I can remember about that day, I don't remember being bit. I just remember my dad scooping me up in his arms, and that's the only time I've ever known my dad to ever hold me. And running across the field back to the house, because we literally lived almost like from outside your front door. I think you got a fence outside, I don't know, anyway, about, I don't know, I don't even know how far it was. There's a play park on the field. It's like I don't know, I can't tell you how far it was, but it wasn't that far because it was a neighbour. And I had to go to the hospital and get a jab. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. So now whenever anything happens like that, the association is it was strong, so it's still strong now, and I'm 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. And when was that? That was the year of the hurricane, a very big hurricane. It blew an oak tree down outside our house. It was the year my brother was born. It was 1974. Right, okay, so 1, 2, 3 across, further. 1, 2, 3 across. There we go. Yeah, and there was massive deep snow that year as well. No, we don't get a lot of hurricanes here. It was quite a fluke one actually. In my entire life, and as I just mentioned how old I am, I've only ever seen 2 major hurricanes in my entire life. One was in 1974 when it blew down the tree across the road, the main road into Yorkshire or into York, and 1980. What year was Bobby born? 1987. We had a large hurricane. Yeah, I think we've had one since, but it's not been as bad as those ones. Not that it's not something I recall. These particular 2 I do recall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Missed 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Missed 2. The only reason I remember the second one is A, because it was the year my daughter was born, and B, I was drunk as a skunk the day it happened, the night it happened. My husband was in hospital with his leg in traction, and my best friend had invited me to a nightclub for the night. I was 17. I was 17. My mum was sleeping on a sunbed thing in the front room because there was no room, because me and my husband had the big bedroom. So, as all mums do, they sacrifice everything for their children. So my mum sacrificed her bedroom in order for me and Adam and Bobby to have our own room, which was the big bedroom. And all I can remember on that night, just before the hurricane hit, was shushing my key, because I was that drunk, in the lock so it didn't make a lot of noise, so that I could sneak in to go to bed. And I think I made more noise shushing than I did anything else. Anyway, I remember passing out on my bed, and the next thing I know, I could hear the hurricane going off, but I was so drunk I couldn't get out of bed. And all I could imagine was my mum being sucked out the window, a bit like Dorothy in the, what's that, Over the Rainbow thing. So yeah. But I was so drunk I couldn't even get out of bed to check and see if she was alright. And what had happened was, the fence outside our house, the wooden fence had been picked up and blown away, along with the neighbour's greenhouse and shed. So yeah, that's how much it was. I can only remember one. No, I can remember 2 thunderstorms as well, 2 big thunderstorms in my life as well. Only because one, a big bolt of lightning come down and hit the post box, which was about, I don't know, 500 feet away from me, maybe more. It was the telephone. My garden's 125 foot long, so it was like 3-4 times the length of my garden away. I remember that, and the lightning hitting the floor and the pillar box, but there was no rain. It was a dry lightning, and the other and another one was when I was in Highwoods, when I lived there when I was married, and we had a thunderstorm, and it was right above our heads. It shook the house, shook the window, and my bed was literally underneath the window. I luckily had the curtains closed. It didn't blow the window out, luckily enough, but it was enough to frighten me. And I'm not normally scared of thunder and lightning. I do actually like it. I love thunder and lightning. Right under the first one there. So yeah, it's the only times I think I've ever been afraid in that sort of thing. But other than that, I love thunderstorms and stuff like that. Absolutely love them. They're so, I don't know. My mum was always like, stay away from the window, turn the telly off, do this, do that, do the other. And I'm like, yeah, alright. And she's like, sit over there, do this. So we're like, yeah, alright then, mum. But we did as we was told. But I mean, I love thunder and lightning, and I love listening to the rain fall and what have yous. Never stand underneath trees. Okay, I remember once we was out in a really torrential rain when I was at school on a school trip down at the castle, and the only shelter there was this massive great big oak tree, and we was told all by the teachers to stand underneath it. And there's me arguing with the teacher, you can't stand underneath the tree. My mum says you can't stand underneath the tree. But I suppose my mum was brought up to believe that as well, so, you know. But it was funny. I love storms too. Only been scared in a couple times like you. Yeah. I love it. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't stand out in the rain and get wet. Rob silly ass, we had a octagonal gazebo in the garden, put up one, and we had the paddling pool in it, which was obviously the shape and size of the gazebo. And we used to have that. We had it up for Keegan and Kian to play in when they was little, and obviously for us as well. And obviously it's underneath shelter, so the sun didn't burn them. And the daft beggar, he's out in a thunderstorm in this gazebo, which has got metal poles and canvas over the top of it, in a thunderstorm. That's the only real time I think I've ever been afraid. And I'm like, you can't have Keegan and Kian in there, or you can't have Keegan in there. And he's like, oh, pish, blah, 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 you know. But I was a bit dubious about that. But I know I love standing on the doorstep, watching the lightning and the thunder, and listening to the sound of the rain. You know, what have you. I just don't like getting wet. Yeah, only because my hair, it goes all curly. It goes. So yeah. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 more now. 1, 2. Can you still see this alright, or am I holding it up too weird? Or is it? I don't know. I need to be able to see it as well, you see. No, I can't find the hole. There you go. Yeah, I can just imagine you at school and one of your little kids is having one of those having a meltdown, and you turn around and start laughing and go, ha ha ha, it's Kianne. I'll not live that down now, will I? Right, 2. Right, was it 2? So that's 3. So that's 5. 1. Oh, sorry. There was a bad storm and I had to drive Jaden, and I took a baby shower in next town over 10 miles, and tornado sirens went off after we were already driving. Then they came on the radio and said there was a tornado warning between such and such mile markers on the highway. I looked and it was where we were. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did you have to take cover underneath a bridge or something? Or was there no bridges? Or I don't know, did you just turn around and go back, or what? Reminds me of something out of a film. I never saw a tornado. We kept driving and made it out. I stayed calm the whole time for Jaden, but I was freaking out the whole time. I could very well believe it. Trust me. Very well believe it, because, you know, you're an adult, you and a mother, and you've got to stay calm so your child stays calm, because if you don't stay calm and you show, you know, panic, they're going to think that that's the thing to do, isn't it? To panic. So, yeah, so you have sometimes have to be big and brave, put your big girl pants on. It's not easy. that should be 2 on the end of that. Oh, excuse me, I'm sniffing a bit today. What? Why isn't that there? I think I've done that wrong. Oh, bollocks. What colour is that though? That's that one. Oh boy. Right, now I think I've got to undo all of these because I think I've done it wrong. Bollocks. Oh, no, don't ever go under a bridge in a tornado. I thought that's what you had to do. That's what Clark Kent had to do. That's what that film Tornado said to do. You know, the one with using my flung, whatchamacallit. Got to undo these. I should have started on the green bit and then I'd have known where I was. Unless, of course, I made the green bit too. Oh, bollocks. Apparently that's a myth. Right, look, I have to take these glasses off so I can focus on this. I can't read exactly what you're writing, so I'm going to have to take a guess, but I need to be able to see this frigging picture. I can't see it. So forgive me for a minute. I've got to bring it up to me noggin. There. You should still be able to see what I'm doing. I don't know if it's very clear. I've got to undo it all. I've got a feeling. I got a feeling. Yeah, I'm going to scrunch my face up now. It creates a vacuum and you'll get hoovered up even if the tornado doesn't pass directly over you. Oh! Okay, okay. See, I did not know that. I can only go by what I see on the telly. And I know a lot of it's all sort of like dramatised and everything, so unless I'm told differently, I believe that's what you have to do. So now I know not to do that. So what do you have to do then? Do you have to get under in one of those bunkers or something? What happens if you can't get into a bunker? I think I'm going to have to come back to this colour. I'm going to have to do some more. I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to try and get all the colour. I wanted to try and get all the same colour done so that I could... I've got a feeling I've done this one too far over. And if that's the case, I'm doing all this for the sake of it. What? Okay. An hour's worth of work. I can't believe that's just taken me an hour. I believe it for the most of my life too. I only recently found that out. Ah. Oh wow. You're only finding... Well, you know. Main thing is you're safe, isn't it? That's the main thing. Has all the snow gone now? Where are we? Where are you, Christmas? Right, hang on. Right, I've got to see. Now, we are here. Oh, you can't see now. For fuck's sake. We are here. This is where I am here. Here. So I gotta try and figure this out. So that's 3, and then 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3, then 2, then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's in the right place. So, there's that one. That's that line there. So skip 1, 3, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's right. Oh, so that one's out by 1. That's out. Right. I've got to undo that one then. So that one's out. That's way off. Balls. That's because I've got some more. So I've just undone that all for nothing. What does that say? Oh yeah. It's 62 Fahrenheit today. Yes please. If you absolutely can't find shelter, your best shot is to get a good grip on any strong plants near you. They say good strong prairie grass is good. What do they think you are? Timon or Pumbaa? Right, so I got that's right, so that's in the wrong place, so I've got to undo that. So I've got to go back and do this now. Oh, for Pete's sake. I had it right in the first place. Jeepers creepers. I would imagine 62 Fahrenheit would be about, I don't know, 310. But that's about absolute last resort. It's always better if you can find shelter. Yeah. Can't believe I've just undone this and I didn't need to. It was a green one that was wrong. Oh boy. You know what they say, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Especially on my streams. 17, yeah, thought so. Not that I'm getting used to Fahrenheit, I ain't got a freaking clue about it, but yeah, 17. It's not too bad, but it's not brilliant. It's still cold where you are, isn't it? Because for me, that's freezing. If for me, I can I have to wear a jumper in that heat. I still have to wear a jumper in that heat. I don't like being cold. If it's not 30 degrees outside, it's cold. I think it's hot, but that's my Minnesota blood talking. Why is it cold is it cold in Minnesota? I don't even know where that is. Sorry. I don't know. Is that near Canada? Because it can't be near the equator. Oh, for God's sake. Can it? Because that would be hot. So if you're from Minnesota, I'd say that was more northish. Or am I incorrect? Oh, for Pete's sake! Up it borders Canada. Alright, okay. Well, I wasn't too far off. Up that way. I can't do this. Sake. I've experienced temperatures minus 34. No way! Oh my god! Are you sure that's
in centigrade, because that's like the Antarctic or the Arctic or the whatever the one is at the top. Where the Eskimos live. Or lower. Proper moon boots. Send me a screenshot. I haven't put that in. Oh, I can't thread this friggin' needle. Right, I'm gonna have to snip this because I just can't. It's gonna have to be mucky. Right, come on, you can do this. No, missed it. Oh, come on. Oh! Come on. Ah! No! It's knotted. Bollocks. I've got one in. Not one bollocks either. That's what Google says. I don't know if it's accurate if Fahrenheit is -30. Hang on. Ah, for God's sake. Hang on, let me see what you put. Oh, hang on, I've got to turn my internet on. -30 Fahrenheit is -34 Celsius. Fahrenheit to Celsius. How can that be? If my 0 minus 0 freezing is 17, that's got to be. That can't be right. Hang on. Let me have a look. Can't see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing either, but never mind. What was it you said? -34 degrees. What is -34 degrees C in Fahrenheit? Alright, -34 Celsius is -93. What? I said minus. Behave yourself. Oh, minus. What is minus? Minus. No, not smiley face. -34 Celsius. Oh, I need to charge my battery. Right, -34 Celsius is -29 Fahrenheit. I don't know if you can see that. This bit here. Celsius and Fahrenheit. Can you see that? My screen's gone black. About the same, I'd say, give or take. So, yeah. My mummy. Okay, I've got to charge her up.
Oh no, I'm going to charge her up with my phone, am I? With the thingy. I was going to say, if you are, if you're like 70, if it's like 17 when it's freezing temperature, oh, for goodness sake, then it's got to be, yeah, roughly that. It's got to be a little bit thingy. It probably has something to do with 0 degrees equals 32 Fahrenheit. I see. I don't understand. I don't understand how that gets changed around. That doesn't make any sense to me. Right. Come on. I can't thread this freaking needle. Ooh, I can't thread this freaking needle. Let me see if I can put these glasses on as well. Let's see if it makes it any better. Ah, it's a little bit stronger now. Now I look even stupider. I really have to get to the opticians, you know. If I need to... There, see? Easy peasy when I put the right glasses on. Now I can't read what you're saying. Hang on. Got the glasses... What? Probably... Yeah, oh, okay. Right, okay. Okay! Let's get back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Hang on. I was doing... That was correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One across. So let's go back this way. 1. Let's do this bit first, and then I'll figure that bit out. Let's just go back across this bit. Colour in the sequence of your done. I'll do the other bit in a bit. What's that say? Hang on a minute, Luna. I can't read what you've put, love. I need. No, our system of measurement does not make sense. It would be nice if we would just do what the rest of the world is doing. Well, it's each to their own, isn't it, really? I suppose that was what makes you all different. Driving on the wrong side of the road, not putting all your letters in your words, you know. I suppose it makes you unique. Somebody once told me that the Americans speak the King's English. Me being quite ignorant at times, not understanding what that was meaning, was a bit argumentative and said no, it's the Queen's English, because obviously I was born in the Queen's time. But not realising that was in the 1700s or something. And at that point there was a king who still couldn't speak English. So you're living in outdated English as well. So, you know, I've learnt something since then. But, you know, yeah, keeping up to date with everything would be a thing, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? Right, okay, so let's go back across here. I couldn't even tell you what king it was. King George, was it? Or something? When the pioneers came over, wasn't it 1700s that the Americas were colonised? Or was it the 1600s? I don't know. I'm watching Outlander at the moment, and that's based in the middle of the 1700s. I don't know why I'm looking up there, because you can't see me looking up there. I actually love that programme. But it seems to jump, and even though I know it's only jumped like 30 years between one to the next, but it seems to be all Bravehearty for the first episodes, and then all of a sudden we're like in the French Revolution times, with fancy dresses and stuff like that. I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden we're over into the Americas, with all remain kind of thing, and North and South and what have yous, and settlers and the getting along with the Native Americans and things, and I think it's really nice. I'm actually enjoying this program. I know it's only fictional and what have yous, but I suppose it's based on some fact. But this is before, I think, the war of, I think it's your Independence War or something, before George Washington, I think. I don't know, wherever it was. When you got the red coats and what have yous. It's fascinating, it really is. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy it. But I feel like it's almost like I've gone from one era to another era, all within a matter of a couple of years. And it's you've got the rugged Scottish clans fighting the redcoats, the barbaric wilderness type sort of stuff, to the poncy French bits with Louis the Sun God, or whatever the hell they want to call him, Bonnie Prince Charlie, and now George Washington, and the settlers. So I'm getting kind of my history from that, I'm afraid. Hold on, I can't read what you're saying. You've got capital letters somewhere. The British are coming, yeah. Oh, hang on a minute, there's more. They were colonised in the 1600s, I think. We declared our independence. Yeah, that's about the time, actually, that I am at on not Highlander. Yeah, because the two main characters are supposed to die in 1770 something or other. So I don't know whether it's before the War of Independence or around the time of the War of Independence. So I knew the War of Independence was around that time, only because, excuse my ignorance, only because of the programme, okay, which is fascinating to see. I don't like the barbaric stuff that happens around those eras, but it's actually quite interesting to learn bits and pieces. But it's not about the Americans, it's about the Scottish that settled in America, and specifically about a specific family. The only time that British are coming, or the what have yous, that quote there reminds me of Twilight, where Garrett says to where they're standing in front of the Volturi at a distance, and he says to the girl beside him, who he's fallen in love with, the vampire girl beside him, and she's like, the redcoats are coming. So that's the only thing I thingied. But there was some guy that was supposed to deliver a message or something beginning with a P. I can't remember. Anyway, that's about as much as I know about. Do they call it the War of Independence there? Here we call it our revolution. No, it's a civil war. I know it as a civil war. The only reason I know it as the War of Independence is because of Independence Day, which is not, with Will Smith. And the independence is the 4th of July, I believe. When the Blue Coats won. I don't know if it's the Blue Coats that won, or was that something else, a different war? I don't know. I don't know. Again, like I said, without sounding like I'm complete and utter. Now I can't see what I'm doing. Without sounding like I'm a complete and utter what have you. And don't get me wrong, I don't know half of my history, so I'm not ignorant because of that. It's not something that I was. When when you get interested in something and you look at all of the well, some my history, as in not my personal history, but my interest in history is ancient Greek, ancient Roman, ancient Egyptian. Again, I'm not a fan of the gory details. Hang on. I'm not a fan of gory details. I can't do gore. I'm too sensitive for all that shit. I feel too deeply on things, and I can't stand the think of the way people were tortured and stuff like that. It makes me feel physically sick, and I think that might be down to something to do with the fact that I do believe I was around in those days, and perhaps I've been through something similar, so it kind of hits a nerve, if that makes any sense. I know there in 3 separate occasions I've known 3 separate deaths, and I've recalled them in this lifetime of other lifetimes, and then I moved on to the next incarnation and what have you. So maybe perhaps my interest now, because of a certain program, has got me into another era perhaps I was born into. Or what's that you say? That's fascinating. I figured y'all would refer to it differently, but I never thought about it as a civil war. Well, again, my only knowledge of the American Civil War is the North and South, because of the program North and South, which had Patrick Swayze in it, and I did enjoy that TV show. Again, like I said, not to sound ignorant, but I didn't know anything about it. Like Scarlett O'Hara and stuff like that. I didn't know anything about it, only because it wasn't something I was actually interested in. Oh, that was a different war. Oh, right, okay. Well, see, I don't know my wars, but all I know, it was the only war that I actually know the name of was the Civil War, the American Civil War. And you got the War of Independence, you just written there, and the only reason I know that word is because of Independence Day, which I associate with Will Smith in the movie. And the Revolutionary War, to me, the Revolutionary War was in France, and that's the only Revolutionary War I recall, like the Tale of Two Cities, that type of thing. So again, I didn't know you had a Revolutionary War. So, at the end of the day, I just knew about the Redcoats. That's all I knew, but I didn't know how long that lasted, where that was, the Blues and the Greys, and slavery and stuff like that. I all thought, to be perfectly honest with you, again, not wanting to sound ignorant, but I thought that was all the same thing. So, yeah. Anyway. That's right, we're gonna go on to, what was these ones down here? Hang on. Against that. So what colour is that? I don't know, even though half my own history. I've only just learnt some things about my own history, which is fascinating. Such as, hang on. That's B. Such as, I did not know that in 1066 William the Conqueror was the one that outlawed slavery. and the buying and selling of slaves on English soil. And I also, I did know that the Britons and the Celts and what have you were sold as slaves as well. So it wasn't just only a colour thing, it was also a the Romans took the British as slaves in the Roman times. The Norse did as well, and stuff like that. So it's not only just subject to one person, but I've only found out that William the Conqueror was the one that outlawed slavery in England. And from 1066 up until whenever recently, I think the English have been feared with the slavery trade and stuff like that, because they are against slavery. So if you were a slave and you set foot on English soil, no matter where that English soil was, such as in whatever country you're in, and if that's got, like the embassies and what have you, you're a free person. And there's nothing your masters could do about it, which is good. So that's something else I learned, and I was quite pleased to learn about. But I'm looking for B. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, it's not like I said, it's not it's I can't even think of the word. It's, yes, a lot of coloured people, black people, brown people, whatever, it doesn't matter what bloody colour you are. At some point, a lot of them were sold off by their own kinsmen. Yeah? And if you do some history research about it, it was mainly the Middle Easterns that were selling the slaves. Up until 1066, when the Doomsday Book was done and William the Conqueror outlawed and banned, for whatever the reason. I don't know the reason behind it. Like I said, I've only just learnt it myself. The English were taken as, when the Roman Empire came along and conquered us, we were taken as slaves as well. We were taken as slaves and taken, like the Germanics and the Gauls and stuff like that, taken over to thingy and sold as slaves and what have yous. So it's not just subject to a particular colour. There's a lot more involved, and William the Conqueror, he outlawed it and banned it, and then ever since then, if you are a slave and you set foot on any English soil, or you set foot on anything to do that's British, you become a free person. There's nothing they can do about it. I think that's why people want to come over here so badly. But the British flag was feared for many, many years. They still, even to this day, do patrols around certain places to prevent slavery, and what have yous. Right. So yeah. Anyway, that's for you to and anybody else look up. But there is a video, and I'll link it into my description so you can all check it out. A particular video that's not done by me, it's done by somebody else. But it was very interesting to listen to, actually, about the origins of why and how the English are against that kind of thing, and how they fought to thought to thingamabobby it, outban it, outlaw it, whatever you want to call it, all these years. For whatever the reason, but it was, I don't know whether it was for humane reasons to start off with, I don't know. But that's what it's turned into, obviously. Right, okay, let's get back to this colouring. No, nor did I. I didn't even think about it. But again, like I said, I'm more of a my history that I'm fascinated in is ancient history, more of that, the Romans, the Greeks, and again, like I think it's because I was around in those days. I do believe strongly that is the reason why you like certain times in history, is because it may have something to do with the life that you, if you believe in that thing, that you've actually lived in. But now watching this Outlander, I am quite interested in that. So maybe it's one of the lives I've lived nearer this time, and it's fascinating me because of, I don't know, perhaps it's I'm at an age where I was at that age. I don't know, but you know, that's how I look at things. Anyway. Now I just gotta see if I've got any more. Can't. This is peeing me off. Right, let's just colour this out. Colour this in. Right, let's just colour this in. I don't know, can you see this alright? Yeah, you can see it. I can't see what you're writing now. It's like, obviously, I knew that, I just really never... Oh, okay. I don't even know where we got onto this conversation anyway, so... Hurricanes, it started off as. Come on, I need to get in there. There. So, Thanksgiving, when did that occur then? What was that, in the 1600s? Because obviously that's to do with the natives as well, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, around there. I don't know, can you see this alright, or is it the camera? Can you see that alright? Because now I can see it a bit clearer. Come on. I could not tell you about anything really to do with modern history. I don't know anything about it really. I mean, I'm not talking about like the last 100 years or something. I mean, to me, modern history would be Victorians and Edwardians and things like that. I don't know anything about that time. It's not something that really interested me. I know of because of, I think, of the barbaric stuff that happened. I think that's another thing that put me off it, and I didn't want to know. Obviously, you've got to know the bad with the good. You can't just know all the good and everything. But I think that is just too upsetting for me to understand. I mean, I've been doing quite a bit of thinking about some of the phrases that we all say nowadays. Like, when you're asking someone a question and you come out with, I need to press you for an answer and things like that. I did not understand where all some of these, like a pot to piss in, and you don't have a pot to piss in, and I didn't understand the meaning of that, and where it has stemmed from, originated from, and just silly things like that. These silly things that you say that you don't feel me, but having a pot to piss in, people used to sell their pee to tanners, and that also helps set dyes in wool and stuff like that. I did not know that, and to use human wee, and you sell it, and that's how some people made a living peeing in a pot. And if they didn't have a pot to piss in, that meant they had no money, obviously. And then you've got, like, what was the other one I just said? Press you for an answer. That was a torture, okay? If somebody wasn't going to tell on somebody or give out free information, to the Inquisition and, excuse me, but religious muppets, whatever, all that bullshit those years ago, they would be pressed, and that means that they were put on a board, strapped to a board, have a board put on their chest, and then they had stones and stuff put on them, until either they told what was needed to be told, or they died. So I didn't know that until recently either. So, sometimes it's interesting to know, but it can be the origins of certain things. So yeah, I learned things new every single day that I didn't really know, which are probably absolutely no good to man the beast, but if I'm in a general quiz questionnaire thing, at least I know the answer to that one. So yeah. Oh, sorry, what you say? It's obviously, obviously I knew that, I just really never thought about it. Oh yeah, right. It's whenever the Mayflower came over here. I don't know if that's anything you'll learn about. I know our version of the story is severely warped from what really happened. I've heard of the Mayflower. But I could not tell you who sailed it. I could not tell you anything about that, honestly. It's like I said, it's not an era that I was actually interested in learning. I am now. I'm interested in learning now, but the Mayflower, I don't really know anything about it at all, other than it was probably wooden. The Mary Rose, now I don't know much about the Mary Rose either. I don't know where it was going, where it was coming from, but that was in the Wash, just north of where I am. And it had gold on it, and people were looking for the gold. And I think they tried to raise the Mary Rose a few years back, but it was so delicate that they couldn't, or they did. I don't know. But let's put it this way: when all said and done, if I ever find another man, I want a Scotsman in a kilt. Oh yes. Absolutely. That's my next one. I want to fall in love with a Scotsman in a kilt. A handsome Scotsman. I think I've watched too much Outlander. I like Highlander as well. Ow. Come on. I'll get myself all knotted here. Whew. So, yeah. I'm just so romantic at heart. An old woman. Romantic old woman. Well, there you go then. Hang on a minute, I think you just said something. No! Behave, I don't like scrawny men. Have a word with yourself. Ugh. I either want a Viking or I want a Celt. A Scottish person, sorry, not Celt. Scottish. I love the Scottish accent. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm watching these videos and people are like, oh, I love the accent, can't understand a word they're saying. And I'm thinking, well, they're speaking English, but I can understand them because I had a friend that was Scottish. Not just Katie, but I had a friend who was really broad Scot. And I learnt how to listen. I could understand every single word of it. I could sit and listen to a proper Scottish person. I like the Welsh accent as well. I love accents. But yeah, no. I'm not a skinny I don't like skinny people. It's too bony for me. Not enough meat. But, you know, whatever. I've got enough meat for all of us. Come on. Ah! Can't get in that hole. No, missed it. Ow! Just stabbed myself. Fuck's sake. Come on. Oh, there it is. What do you mean puffed? Puffed at what? What are you puffing me for? You didn't want to puff me, woman. I think your hatred of skinny people. I don't hate skinny people. I just don't find skinny men attractive in that respect. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate people because they're skinny. It's just like I don't hate anybody that's fat. I just don't find them attractive. I like what I like, unfortunately. You like teddy bears? I don't mind a bit of a teddy bear, but not a lot of a teddy bear.
Dr. Ice. Yes, ho. Rumor has it that rap music causes young urban kids to go wilding. Oh my God. What do you have to say about that?
Oh my God, they're wilding. First of all, it's not wilding. Second of all, it's wilding.
You make me sound awful. Right, hang on. Ooh, oh, come on. I think that's it, yeah. Your exact words were, I don't like skinny people. Yeah, it doesn't. I did not say I hate skinny people. I said I don't like skinny people. There is a difference in those words. As in, I don't like, as in romantically. And you knew exactly what I said, so don't twist my words, woman. because that is being very cheeky. Right, okay, so what colour have I just done? I don't know, because I've just done it again. Right, so we're doing B. Because you're beautiful to me. Okay, so let's do the B. Right, where are we going to do this one from? Okay, so we're here. Where am I? I'm here. Here. The bottom of the green leaf. Oh no, I can't find it. There it is. Alright, I'm here. I don't know if you can see. Where are we? There. I'm here. This one here is this one here. Yeah, you see the white one? More. Is that one? So we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. So
You have to say about that.
Oh my God, they're wilding.
let's
It's not
take.
Second of all, it's wilding.
Because I don't want to lose some of this cotton, otherwise I may not have enough. So, oops. Da 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 da. So what we're going to talk about now then, because I've got another hour. Hang on, what's the time anyway? Oh, it's only 20 to 1, so yeah, I've got another hour. Unless you're tired and want to go to bed. How many have I got to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Come on, give me a conversation starter, please. Aywit. A conversation starter. Something good. 1, 2. Oh poop, I've left my... I might fall asleep later, but I'm good for now. Well, I might fall asleep later, but I'm good for now and all. What's that got to do with the price of fish? Daft idiot. Daft idiot. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about neither. Haven't you got the clue what to talk about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did say, didn't I? I was going to look into seeing if I could, if I can get it and see whether or not I can find out how much it will cost to register my own tartan. That's, I think, where we started from. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on! I need the hole. There it is. You didn't know what to talk about. Have you drawn it out so you won't forget it, your tartan? No, I haven't drawn it out, but I won't forget it because it's 5 colours: black, purple, pink, white and navy. And it's mainly black with then it's purple, pink, white, then navy. No, hang on. I've got it on something. I've done it on something. I know which one it is, and it's not symmetrical either. So I didn't want symmetrical, otherwise you'll see quite a few white lines in it. But it's kind of almost like what I want for my boat colour whenever I can get a boat. So yeah, it's the colours, all the colours I like, and none of the colours I don't like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back up. And I was thinking I won't probably wear it as a kilt or anything, but I might just get you know, like, I don't know, cushions, make it and make cushion covers and duvet cover or something out of it myself and what have yous. I don't know yet. Ooh, we're gonna pop. Or who popped me? Who popped me? Ooh, Luna popped me. Ooh, well that's interesting to know. Oh, that's interesting to know, thank you. It's not too bad a price, I said. No, that's not bad price at all. I was expecting more, to be honest with you. I was hoping it wasn't going to be more. But yeah, no. I'll look into that. Because I was thinking, if I manage to get my boat, and I can do the weaving when I get my thingy and learn how to do it, make my own up, then I was thinking of making my own, like, curtains and pillowcases and stuff like that, and what have yous. I don't know what I was thinking. Something. I don't know. When I get a bee in my bonnet, I get a bee in my bonnet, you know? Yeah, I do. I seem to get bees in my bonnet quite frequently. 1, 2, so that's 4 now. Well, it's something unique, isn't it? To me. Because I was sitting there looking at it the other day, and I was looking through them and thinking, I wonder if there is a tartan or something for my family name. And then I sat and I thought, well, which bloody family name is it I will be looking at? Would it be Griffiths, or would it be Lancaster, or what would I be looking for? Well, because Griffiths is Welsh, so I believe the Welsh used to wear tartan. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but it's 3. See, there's something else I don't know anything about. My side of the family is my granddad's side. I don't know anything about anything of my family at all, if truth be told. I know on my grandma's side, from her surname, and that's the only thing I know about my grandma, really, is her maiden name was Shutt, and that was German, but I don't know where to. I don't know where anything else. All I know is another part of my history is Scott of the Antarctic. One of the sailors on the Scott of the Antarctic things was what do you call it? An ancestor of mine on my grandma's side, and that's all I know about that. One up on that one. Then two. Let me think. I know I really don't know anything about my family at all. I know my grandma had a few brothers and sisters. I know some of their names, but I don't know anything else really. My granddad's side, the only thing I know about my granddad's side of the family is obviously he comes from Wales. And I had a great auntie Iris who was Welsh, who was, I'm not sure if she was the same age as my granddad or she was younger than my granddad. Because when my granddad's mum had him, his mum's mum was having my auntie Iris, which seems weird, but anyway, there was no contraception in them days. So yeah, that's the only thing I know about my granddad's side of the family. The only thing I know about my granddad's side of the family. I know nothing else about that side of my family. Anything at all. And obviously I know my family members. My not immediate, but you know what I mean. My uncles and I've only got uncles actually, blood uncles on both sides. All I know about my mum's side of the family is my granddad, my mum's dad, died when he was 45 from a heart attack. He was an alcoholic. He used to beat my nana, and he was like a very high important person in the army in Purbright. He was the adjutant of Purbright, and that's all I know about my granddad Vasey. I don't know anything about his side of the family. Only person I know about in my nana's side of the family. Hang on, blow my nose. I know her mum's name was Lillian Wise. And I know she raised my uncle Stephen, and that's as far as I know about my mum's side of the family. I know the names of obviously my uncles. My mum was born in Brighton. I think my granddad was born in London. And I think I've been told that on my nana's side of the family, somewhere along the line we come from Italy. So whether or not that's when the Romans are around, I have no idea. But yeah, so I don't know anything about my family at all. Nothing. I know about what's here and now, but I don't know any sort of historical family stuff. I don't know if I actually want to know about them. I don't know. That's 2. So that's 3. That's 4. Yeah, no, see. And if my kids ask me anything, I ain't got a clue. But what I do know is my first husband's family are descended from the House of Lancaster, which is somewhere along the lines has royal connections, but that's as far as I know. Also, I know my children's nan, she is Irish, of Irish descent. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all I know about that, because I know my ex-husband's nan was Irish, and he married my ex-husband's nan's granddad was English, and they married. So one was Protestant, one was Catholic. But other than that, I don't know nothing about that side of the family either. And as for Rob's family, I haven't got a fucking clue. Could not tell you anything. So if the kids ever ask me about Rob's side of the family, I have not got a Scooby-Doo. It's sad, really, if you think about it. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing now. Oh, let's colour this in before I start getting lost. Phew. I had an uncle, a great uncle Huey, I remember. Oh, and I had an uncle Bill with a wooden leg, but I don't know whose side of the family. I think that was my mum's side of the family. But I also had an uncle Bill with a wooden leg on my dad's side of the family, so I don't know which one was what. I had an uncle Huey, who made me laugh, and an auntie Frida, and an auntie Morvid, but I don't know who was what, if that makes sense. I don't know who was related to who. And unfortunately, I have no family members now that I can ask questions to, because everybody's gone. And the only 2 remaining uncles I've got, I haven't spoken to in years, because they don't want to. They don't want nothing to do with me and my brothers, so not because we did anything wrong, but I don't know why we never. Sad, really. But never mind. I suppose one day something will come about. Ooh, yeah. What about you, your family? What were your origins, do you know? Other than the fact you come from Minnesota. Which is up near Canada. If it's still there. Because I think I've gabbled on enough. You know what the best thing about this is? Streaming business and talking and just talking gibberish and what have you. I'm recording this gibberish, mostly from Germany. Cool. I was born in Germany. Is in a bajillion years to come. Or Scandinavian. Oh, cool. I think I've got some Scandinavian blood in me. I must have, because I've got blue eyes, and I do believe that's a heritage, something from like that type of area. You know, the blue eyes. I think the closer you get to the Mediterranean, the less dark your eyes are. My son Kianne couldn't be more Nordic, Scandinavian if he tried. He's got blue eyes and blonde hair. So it must have something like that. Well, if you think about it, right, the Vikings they came over and they settled in England, yeah, and they took over York, and they did not rape and pillage, but obviously they did rape and pillage. Yes, so it's more for me, I think it's because, you know, I think that the olive skin that my family have come from Italy, and the dark hair and the dark eyes, I think they originate, and I think that comes from my nana, because I was told that we've got Italian blood in us somewhere, but where I don't know down the line how much of it is. I don't really want to do that DNA stuff. No, thank you very much. But I think people born with blue eyes, and obviously Americans, a lot of Americans have blue eyes, but then you've got to look at where they came from. They're a mix of all over the place, aren't they? Everywhere. So anybody, I think, with like blue eyes, I think come from somewhere like Scandinavia, Norway, that type of area, European-ish, not so much getting closer to the equator, but further away from the equator. I mean, I couldn't tell you about the Russians, I don't know what colour their eyes would be. So yeah, I think I think that comes from there. But if you look at it, the Vikings conquered quite a few places in their time. If you look back on the history of things, and a lot of them had blue eyes. So I think that's like a descendant, an ancestry descendant DNA type thing that comes out in people as well. You know, like you get the Roman nose, or you get the Roman toes, or you know, you can tell who's got what prominent feature comes from what part of where. A certain type of people have a certain type of nose, so you know roughly where they stem from, and that's not racist or anything. That's just, you know, DNA fact. So somewhere along the lines they come from that area. So it doesn't necessarily mean right now. I mean, it could be back in your bloodline history. So yeah, it's possible. But Germany had blue eyes. But like I said, the closer you get to sort of like the equator, I think you'll find the eyes got darker. That's just my, I suppose you could call it assumption, but that's just how I've learnt things. So you can roughly tell. My dad had jet black hair and black eyes. My nan, she had blonde hair and blue eyes. My uncle had blonde hair and blue eyes. My granddad had ginger hair and blue eyes. Where my dad got his dark brown eyes from, we don't know, because I do believe my Uncle Freddie had blue eyes, and my Uncle Clint's got blue eyes because he's got my eyes, and we've got Grandma's eyes, and my cousin Sue's got my eyes. So I think, yeah, that's probably from like the European, German, Nordic, whatever side of the family, because I believe that's where we've got bloodlines from. So my dad's side, maybe perhaps there's Italian in my dad's side as well somewhere, but it come out in him, because as far as I know, he's the only one that had brown eyes. And no, I don't believe my nan did anything naughty. She wasn't like that. Goodness gracious. I see again, like I said, I don't know anything about my granddad's side of the family. I don't know what's more dominant in that than anything. I don't know. But I'm the only one in our family that's got blue eyes, except Kian and Danny. But my mum had brown eyes, my dad had brown eyes, my mum had brown hair, my dad had brown hair. Yeah, my brothers have got brown eyes and brown hair. And I was the only one born with blue eyes, so I think that eye colour is more prominent from my dad's side of the family, from my grandma's side of the family. I couldn't tell you about my nana, because I don't know what colour her eyes were. Or my uncles or anything on my mum's side. So I wasn't really allowed to mingle with them, to be honest with you. My grandma used to get very jealous. So I think in my entire lifetime I only saw my nana about 3 times. Hang on, I'm trying to hook this. Sorry if I'm boring now. I'm just trying to find conversational pieces. I don't mean to. It's not my intention to bore you. But you know, it does get better. You should know. You're not bored. Oh, that's good. You should know how hard it is to sit and talk when you've got hardly anything to bounce off of. You know how difficult it is to keep up a conversation and not look like you're talking to yourself. Also, did you know as well that they say blue eyes, having blue eyes, is also a sign of an old soul. The older the soul, the bluer the eyes. So apparently angels are supposed to have blue eyes. What colour is this? Yeah, I just dive into stuff willy-nilly as well. I'm trying to find something to talk about that's not on any topic that's normally out there at the moment. So, you know. I've got to try and do this now. Me and my bug eyes. I would probably have more views if I was a totty. I done it. Ooh. Look, done it. Eee. Done it. I didn't have to faff about. Oh, my nose. Ooh. Beep, beep. Right, okay, so let's put this here. And I need to sit up. And you know what? My cup of tea has gone cold. It's gone cold. Look, it's still full. Smart idea. I get double the string when I do what? Fold it over. I use 2 threads. I don't know if you can see it. I use 2 threads because that's what you need to do with the cross stitch. But obviously I don't want to lose the end, so I just double it down until I get to a certain thing, and then I pull it up out. I need to be able to use. I don't know if you can see it. Look, that's two threads there. But you only get a small amount, and there's 6 threads per double, so there's 12 threads there. So I've got to make 12 threads last me all of the bees. I don't know if you can see. Oh, hang on. I don't know if you can see the bees. So let me see. Come on, focus. Focus. I don't know if you can see it. Oh well. All these ones here, all this shade here, I've got all this to do with a few bits here and a few bits there. I've got all those to do still, which will be in its belly area here. So, but they only give you so much in this. They do give you the number of the colour. Where are we? They do give you the number of the colour, so you can buy more, but they don't tell you exactly what one it is. So you've got a few. If I wanted to buy more, I'd have to look it up. Right, let's have a look then, shall we? Okay, so we're going to go up there like that. And we're going to go like that. And we're going to go like that. And we're going to go like that. And we're going to cut round corner like that. Put it through. I need to take this off. I tried to keep it as neat as possible on the back as well, if you've noticed. It's not a mess. It's very neat. Very neat indeed. Very, very, very neat. I was going to show you something else today, and I never got around to it. I never got it out. I can't be able to get up now. I've only got to go over there. Oh, no, I will. I'll get it. Hang on. I want to show you something else that I was doing. I've done. So bear with me a second. I've got to get my ass out my chair. Right, I'm just going to put that over there for a second. My desk. Ah! Right, not look at the screen, okay? Because I'm going to go and get another piece of work. I'm going to put my headset down for a minute. I shall be back in a moment. Grinch one we've been reading a lot of Dr. Seuss lately. Isn't that... Oh, shoot. Isn't that like the Cat in the Hat or something? That's the same person, isn't it? Oh, frolics. And Horton and Who's. I do believe that's the version I'm talking about. Yes, the Cat in the Hat. With what 1, 2? Or is it it? 1, 2, I don't bloody know. The Cat in the Hat. My sister turned 35 and she lives in Minnesota. I did talk. Oh, right, okay. So your sister's freezing her boobies off and you're sitting in the warm 17 degrees. Okay. Gotcha. I gotcha. I don't know anything about the Cat in the Hat, to be honest with you, apart from it's a cat in a hat. And I think his hat was red and white. He's black and white. I never really learned about him. I only knew it. I only know. Oh man, no. No. How the hell did that happen? Right, stick it. Oh no, come on. Play fair. I hope I haven't bored you too much today. We made Cat in the Hat hats, it for our pockets. The kids had fun. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, did you take in like all the toilet rolls and stuff like that? Tubes for them to make their wockets in their pockets. Oh, no. How did that happen? No. of objects and know how many there are without. Oh, when? Okay, you're using big words. I'm going to sound thick as fuck now, right? So please do not think of me as thick as fuck. But I don't know what adjectives and pronouns and nouns and those things are either. When people say give me a noun, I don't know what that means. And I know that sounds thick, but a doing word, I know what I do. I know a doing word, but I don't know what the real word is. I don't know what the rest of the words are either. I know what consonants and vowels are. I know how to speak stuff, and I know how to spell stuff. Some of the stuff, anyway. But I get very confused with those words. I don't know what they mean half the time. I can tell the difference between a lot of things, but when people say to me, oh, that's a verb, or that's a noun, or that's a pronoun, or that's a thing, I'm like, I have no idea what that means. And I mean, come on, I'm 50 years old. I was at school 35 odd years ago, and I would have learnt that 40 odd years ago, and it never stuck in my head. I knew a doing word. Not sure what a doing word is. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get these right. I know what there, and there are. I know how to explain there, and there. But I couldn't tell you what there, and there meant. If that makes any sense. Like, you got THIER, means as in yours, theirs. You got THERE, as in over there. And then there's the other there. And I can't remember how to spell that. They are, which is shortened for they are, isn't it? So I know what those are, but I don't know how you would put them into those kind of things. And I feel stupid now because I just told everybody in the whole wide world, whoever watches, I don't know what they mean. Let's have a look. I know nouns and verbs, but I'm kind of fuzzy on the rest. I think if I really think I could remember, but I do struggle with that. Yeah, I struggle a lot with a lot of stuff. I mean, I watch some programs on the telly, and they say like, oh, give me this, give me that, give me the other. Give me a noun, and I'm like, what the fuck is a noun? And people can just come out with them, and I'm like, oh, right, okay, that's a noun. But then it goes right over my head. As soon as I've heard it, I forget it. I don't know what. Oops, sorry. I don't know what none of that means. So when you say subitizing, I didn't know what that meant. But I also Hello? I also learnt the other day what a homophone is, because my son was having to learn something, and I can answer his questions for him, but I can't give you the answers in these things, nouns, verbs, shit like that. I don't know that. But when I saw the word homophone, I thought that meant something completely different, but it's not. A there, and there is a homophone. And let's see, what else would be a homophone? It's a word that means the same thing, but it's maybe spelt different. It's a word that's spelt differently, but means the same thing. If if I remember that right. I can't explain it, but all I can say is that's you've got there, and there are homophones. So the words all mean the same thing, but spelt differently, but mean different things, or different ways of things. Anyway, yeah, so I learnt that, so that's a word, I know what it means. I'm not very good at describing it. Subletizing is something that I have to know because it affects my job. I'm not teaching nouns and verbs, so I don't know how much about them. No, it's another thing. I was taught how to spell with abacus, abacada and things like that. Yeah, I still spell to this day. If I can't spell something, I will spell it as far as I can go, and then it turns into abaca. Yeah, like you spell my name, Christine, right? It's capital K, Ristine. But if I got stuck, it would be K-R-I-S-T-I-N-E. Yeah. Phonetically, basically, I can read things phonetically, but I can't. If like you've had to break it down for me, so I could read the word. Sometimes, people call me Kianne, yeah, because that's the name I like to go by to do all of this, yeah. But it's not pronounced Kianne, even though it looks like it's spelt Kianne. It's key. K and I in it. The K and the I is a K and an I. Yeah, but you put them together and that pronounces an E. So it's Kianne. Yeah, Kianne. So whenever anybody asks if they've said the word correctly, I have to then put it in as simple a way as possible so people can read it, even though I can read it, and English, I should say English people can read it. It's Kianne, yeah, because it's the female version of Kian, which is my son. Not Kianne, and Kianne is spelled C-Y-A-N, yeah. But again, it's spelled, sort of thing. So sometimes I need to have people break words up so I can understand them. But yeah, no, I don't understand that. That makes me feel really thick, but I'm not thick at all. I'm quite bright actually, but there are just some things I can't read. Not because I am thick, it's just as I don't understand them. That doesn't make me thick, does it? Does it? Oh, pardon me. That's one up. I'm just babbling now. Babbling for the sake of babbling. I apologise for babbling. Next so it's 3, that's 3. 4, so I've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we do. Do you know something? What's his name? Seriax. He used to, when he talked to me, he used to love talking to me, but he'd always use this word, and I didn't know what it was, and I felt so thick because I didn't understand what it meant. Now I've got to try and remember what the word was now. Begin with a C, I think. Caveat. I think that's the word. Caveat. There's always put the word caveat in something, and I had to. Well, I didn't Google it. I had to whisper Vass, and I used to say to him, "I'm not being funny. What does that word mean?" He keeps saying, I don't understand it. I don't know what it means, you know. And I've heard a lot of other people use that word as well. And that does make me feel very thick because I don't understand what it means. But then when he explained what it means, I was like, oh, right, okay, yeah, that's fine. I know what that means. So now I've remembered a word that I never knew existed, you know. But it was always using this word caveat. And I was getting very frustrated with myself because I didn't know what it meant. So, yeah. Right, all the way across to the yellow. So, yeah. I think it means in brackets. Like, hang on. I can't explain it. It's, you know, like, I think it means like in brackets, like also, or I personally can't put it into a conversational piece because I don't. Caveat, I suppose, like air quotes. I think that's, you know, I think that's what it means. But that was a while ago. I think it means like in brackets. I'll have to hang on. Oh, for goodness sake, let me have a look. Hang on, because it's going to bug me now. Bear with me a second. What does I can't even spell it. Oops. I think that's the word. You don't mess with my smooth ass, honey. You don't mess with my Hang on a minute. You don't mess with my smooth ass, honey. That can't be right. That's let's have a look. Hang on. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm looking. I've just googled it. I don't even know if I spelled it right. That doesn't sound. See, it's spelled differently, so I don't even know if I've spelled it right. I'm sure it was caveats. Hang on, let's have a look. It says here, law to make a caveat. What? A will, for example. That's in brackets. A warning or caution, a qualification or explanation. I don't know. I don't even know if that's actually the right word. I think it's the right word. Oh, I can't remember, but he was always using it. What does in brackets mean? Let's have a look, see what that one says. Now I feel like a right dum-dum. Let's have a look. Parentheses. No, I don't think it's that. That doesn't ring a bell. I don't know what the actual word was now, but it was always used. I'm sure it was. I don't know. Oh, now I'm even more of a thicko because I can't remember what it was. Maybe the square brackets to add clarification, to add information, to add missing words, to modify a quotation. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't remember, Luna. In all honesty, I do not understand. I don't remember. I completely and utterly now made myself look like a right complete and utter fool. But at the end of the day, oh well, never mind. I'm not all knowing, you know. I'm not omnipotent. I held my hands up to that. But no, he did used to use, and I'm almost certain that was the words that he would use. Next time you speak to Vass, ask him what is that word that he keeps. Hello, I am all knowing. Well, I'm not, but you know, don't tell Rob that because I keep telling him I know everything, or he thinks I know everything anyway. Anyway, no, ask Vass the next time you speak to him. What is the word that Seriex always uses? And because he was always using it, and I got so confused. I didn't know what that meant. I had no clue what it meant. I had to ask his advice. And I've heard other people say it since then, and I'm thinking, I know what it means, but I don't know I can't tell you what it is now. Because it's stupid. I'm sure it was caveat or something like that. But I don't know. Let's figure if there's anything. Anyway, right, look, I've been doing this for 3 hours. I ain't got far. Good grief, I ain't got far at all. Anyway, let me take these glasses off my face. Okay. Now you all know I'm as thick as fuck. Now you all know a bit of my history. Now you all know about as much as I do about things. And perhaps we can learn more in the future. I've also seen some of my other work that I've done via my other cross-stitch stuff. Anyway, I will come back another day and do another stream and do some more of this. I just picked myself on me Owly. So yeah, so thank you very much for joining me. Love you lots, Luna. I shall see you soon. Well, I won't see you soon, but I'll see you soon. Love to everybody at home. Happy birthday to Dr. Zeus and your sister, and Salah and Mum, and to Jessie and Jaden and everybody. And I will see you all in the next video. So it's au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, cheerio, and all that malarkey from me. Hang on. And I will see you soon. Bye!